Ladies and gentlemen, aliens, whatever you identify in this wonderful, beautiful world, welcome into the Hunter Houston ESG podcast. Tonight we have a great show. We're going to be talking about all the different game shows to break down the wonderful world of Nintendo and how much money is Zelda Ocarina of Time remake or reimagined going to make. Now, we have a special guest with us tonight, but before I get to him, let's give a shout out to the PlayStation 8 Dead crew, LL Smooth, the Radical One, Reggie Live, and of course Sean the Man Powers, who just got back from SoCal, has a new video up for Games Ain't Dead. And then of course the one and only, the person that holds it all together, the magical man himself, William H. Schultz. I'm just assuming the H is for Henry or for Harry. I don't know. Because he has so much wonderful, beautiful hair that I don't have. As you can see, I'm wearing a New York hat, so I'm grifting tonight. Actually, it's a more of a New York Yankee style hat, but of course the New York Knicks are up 3-1 to basically possibly win the championship since in '72 when Walt Frazier was playing and Phil Jackson was sitting on the bench getting a ring or basically being an alternate. Now, with that said, we have a special guest for the show tonight. He is from Next Level Games in Repairs in North Carolina, or should I say, North Carolina? Come on and raise up and take your shirt off. Throw it around like a helicopter. That is for Petey Pablo, for people don't know. Petey Pablo has made that song, North Carolina, Come On and Raise Up. Every time I actually go across state line, I actually sing that, and my wife hates it. But he's from Next Level Games and Repairs. He is the tech wizard himself, the one, the only. And trust me, when I say he's a tech wizard, ladies and gentlemen, he fixes controllers just like these for PS5 and also puts in the little hex or whatever they're called. He'll tell me in just a moment. Fixes the good old fashioned Xboxes, Slim S1s, and of course, almost any other system. Call him, reach out to him, find out the one and only, the wizard man himself. That would be the tech wizard, KRIS. KRIS, how are you tonight, sir?
Hey, I'm good.
Now, what is exactly did you put into these beautiful and wonderful PlayStation 5 controllers? Okay, if you could tell the audience, please.
So I've got two options. I can do the standard potentiometer joysticks, which are what the controllers originally came with. Those are the ones that can get drift. And I can also install the Hall Effect or TMR joysticks. And those are the new upgraded joysticks that use magnets. So they theoretically can never get drift because there's no mechanical parts to wear out, like
So
in the
basically, it's weird science.
weird science.
Weird science, science. I love that movie, by the way. It's Kelly. It's an homage to Kelly LeBrock being so hot back in the '80s. Now, before we get going, what are you drinking tonight, sir?
Uh, Diet Sundrop, Will's
There we
favorite.
go. Now, I am drinking a Powell. It is a healthy probiotic flavored soda. It's still a soda, but it's a healthy soda. I like my healthy sodas. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this sucker open. Salute to you, sir, or salute. And pour this in my nice cold cup. And to everyone out there in the gaming world, salute to you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, before we get this show on the road, what are you currently playing, or are you palate cleansing from a big game or game experience?
So right now I'm playing. Um, well, I've got two main games I'm playing. I'm playing Steambot Chronicles on the PS2,
Ooh,
and which is RPG, and I am currently replaying Breath of the Wild on the Switch too.
ooh. Now, are you using the cheats? And for ladies and gentlemen, people don't know the cheats are these little bad boys right here. I don't actually have one of them currently, but I'm just going to use the Skylanders as one. You put them onto the little system, and they give you all this different money or different swords. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah, I
talking about?
forgot about that.
Yeah, I have.
I have
I
a
have
couple of the amiibos.
Yeah, the Amiibos. I have the Amiibo cards actually. I got all those cards from Amazon. So what it is I'll just keep constantly resetting the clock and just use all the Amiibos. And so I got all the money, all the weapons, all the bull crap. Yeah, I'm a cheater, Will. But yeah, so that's awesome. I am currently doing what I normally do. I'm always palate cleansing by playing a cozy game, which is Infinity Nikki. And of course, I just beat 007 because of basically Sean the Man Powers basically told me, he's like, ah, you got to push through it. So there's a little small slow parts in between there. You got to push through it and go ahead and beat it. So I went ahead and beat it. I thought it was super awesome and super cool that I was able to beat it. And I can't wait for the new DLC that's coming here soon. Now, with that said, we're going to move toward the games, and I think that's what everybody really cares about here. Off with all the beautiful pleasantries of each other, and let's look into the games that were announced. All right, so if you were looking here with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we go through, Code Veronica was announced at Summerfest. Now, Final Fantasy Revelations, which is the Final Fantasy for the trilogy, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, which I'm excited about because it's from Platinum Games and it's supposed to take a dark and dubious turn. So these to me, Alien Isolation 2, Guild Wars 3, which I think is going to be unbelievably great and beautiful because Guild Wars 1 and 2 were awesome. PC gamers that fell in love with PC gaming, this is what basically brought a lot of people to MMOs and basically kept MMOs alive during a dark time during MMOs when EverQuest and other things had passed away. Now, out of these games that we're currently looking at, which game do you think is going to set the world on fire immediately? Obviously Resident Evil is not till next year, but basically, which game do you think is a must day one that is worth your $70 or $90 depending upon what you're going to get?
What you out of what you showed on here,
Yeah, what I currently
pro-
got for this particular game show because we're going to go through the different game shows.
I'd say probably Final Fantasy VII Revelation or Alien Isolation 2. Those both look really good.
Well, to me, with Alien Isolation 2, the problem is that a lot of people are not everybody's a horror game, player. But with Final Fantasy, everybody loves Final Fantasy 7. That is the OG goat. I got my first Final Fantasy 7 from Residence Daryl's Dead's Blockbuster in Irmo. He probably sold it to me without even knowing it. And being filthy back then when he was just a teenager. Um, but yeah, to me, I'm going through a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth right now. I'm probably more than halfway through it because Tifa just got swallowed up by the big monster. Spoiler alert for people who hadn't played it yet. And then shout out to JP from the Loot Bros for telling me that they just added, and you may not have known this, but they've added to Rebirth where they have a little thing where it won't take away from your getting trophies, where you can basically have infinity health or infinity power and then be able to have limit breakers. In other words, they added basically a cheat to make people kind of brush through it to have fun.
Yeah, they added that to the remake as well. The first part, it was after they ported it to Switch 2, they brought that update to
Yeah, I need
PS5.
to I need to get the Omni Slash if that exists yet. I don't even know if the Omni Slash even exists yet. Find that particular limit breaker. But no. Look at Will in the comments calling me a cheater. Don't call me a cheater, sir. That is rude. That is rude, sir. That is very, very, very rude. Now, The Last Ronin, I think. Now, speaking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm going to move off this real quick and go over to something else about the Turtles. And you might be in one of these one day. Who knows? And you may know what I'm talking about here or where I'm going with this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you love something so much, you might as well be buried in it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle caskets. Yep,
What?
they exist just like Kiss caskets, because Gene Simmons thought of it first. It's like, hey, let's bury somebody in a Kiss casket. Dimebag Daryl or Diamond Daryl from Pantera is buried in a Kiss casket with one of Eddie Van Halen's monster guitars. That's no lie. That's honest truth. Um, so, what is your take on this? Which one would you be buried in?
So I get to why would anyone want to be buried in a Ninja Turtle casket? Like,
Dude,
I
JP
mean,
from Loot Bros will be buried in one of these, by the way, because he's such a Ninja Turtles fan. He'll be buried in one of these. So, which one, if you had to choose, if you had no choice, which one of these would you want to be buried in?
The blue one, probably.
Probably the blue. Okay. I
Yeah,
am, as much as I love Michelangelo, I couldn't be buried
Michelangelo.
in yellow because that just looks lame. I'd probably have to be buried in Raphael's red because I'm not going to be buried in Donatello's purple. I mean, I'm not Prince. I don't have the purple rain going on or anything like that. So that is not for me. Um, so yes, so some people want to be buried like that. Now we're going to move a little bit further back to the gaming announcement here because I just wanted to bring in that Turtles thing because I thought that was pretty cool. Amsterdam 66, I've already showed a trailer of that. That was pretty cool for what it was. Let's go to the gaming showcase of Xbox. Now, Gears of War E-Day, kind of so forth. I didn't really care about that. I did care about Clockwork Revolution, and I believe it's from the same guys, if I am correct, that actually wrote was it BioShock Infinite and BioShock was it the original BioShock 1. I don't think they wrote BioShock 2. Now, what was your take on the Xbox show, or have you not watched it yet?
So I've watched some of it. I watched about half of it and bits and pieces of it. It seemed, from what I saw, it seemed all right. Like they showed off Persona 4, the the new remake of Persona 4. I thought that looked pretty cool, and definitely Crazy Taxi was a surprise.
Hey,
Like,
crazy taxi. And
yes.
they brought back the soundtrack featuring the offspring. Now, do you think they'll be able to license the whole soundtrack or no?
I hope. Like, I think they will. I think they'll probably at least bring back most of the original soundtrack, and they'll probably add to it
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
because
Now,
that was what people like didn't like on the when they ported it to 360 and Steam and stuff. They gutted the original soundtrack.
did you like the seriousness of Fable? Because this was a different take on Fable from all the other trailers in the past couple of years. This was more of a somber approach and a more darker approach of how Fable. It wasn't like this tongue in cheek kind of we're British humor. It's more of a we're a dark and deep game.
I don't know. I'm not really super interested in Fable. Like I played some of Fable 3, I think it was, but I never finished it.
Fable 1 is probably the best because Fable 1 was it had some humor, but there's a little bit more of a dark adventure. And always remember, it was called Project Ego at first. Um, and of course, Peter Montague, who was the head of the Lionhead Studios at the time, he's the only person that if I ever meet in person, I'd probably sucker punch him. I probably wouldn't have to sucker punch him. I'd just beat the hell out of him for all the lies that he's told over Fable and many other games, like Black and White and other games where he's told these enormous lies about games. I'm surprised the dude's not a politician or the prime minister in Great Britain right now because of all the lies this clown ass has told over the years. Um, I really think for the game show overall, like again, Clockwork Revolution was very important to me. Fable was okay. E Day is what E Day is, but the Halo reboot or this Halo Combat Evolved, and it's basically, I guess, it's a prequel. It takes place before Halo One, but you have all these new different type of weapons. You have these new type of bombs. You can control enemies through like a control bomb or something like that. It's like, okay, so you're redoing it. I hope you do this for all the original other ones if you're going to redo those as well, because that'd be super cool. Did you watch that trailer for that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. I thought that
I
was
I
great.
am super excited for Halo.
I
I
thought
won't be
Halo.
playing it on Xbox though. I'm gonna pick it up on PS5, which feels weird,
I don't think
but
it's going to be a PS5. It's like a couple years later. It'll probably be a PC and Xbox day one because Xbox is trying to get back to doing exclusives now that they got the one girl going there. So let's move a little bit further down this page here. And I don't want to do Nintendo Direct yet. I want to go to where is it at here? Because did I pass up? Did I pass up Sony? Maybe I passed up Sony by accident, or no, I just went all. Okay, now actually we'll go ahead and just do Nintendo because Sony. We all know what Sony has. Kingdom Hearts 4. I watched that trailer and I've never felt more disappointed in my life. Uh, I understand they got a whole bunch of games coming for for older games that are just being repatched or remade for the Switch 2. Do you think the Switch 2 can honestly handle that?
Well, I think it'll be able to handle it. I mean, the Switch 2, like in terms of raw power, it's pretty close to like an Xbox Series S. So maybe slightly better than a Series S. So I think it'll be able to handle it.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna move it to show off this trailer here because this is the main thing I cared about, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted you on here because you have a Switch too. You actually play it. You're not one of these
A
people
long
who's
time.
a faux gamer that doesn't play games. You're actually a real gamer, which I appreciate that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is the remake versus the original. We're gonna watch this just for a second here with no audio because I don't like to do audio because I don't like to get hit with any bans. But if you look again, it's cleaner, but will it have the same effect? Will it have the same power? And I liked a little bit of the change. The little bit of change is great, but my thing is, and this is the overall, what is this going to do as far as marketing wise? Obviously, we're going to get a Zelda system. We already know that's going to happen. We may get a Zelda controller. We're going to get some T-shirts. We're going to get some updated merch. Will that coincide with the movie? Because if the movie's coming out around the same time, what is going to happen?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think it'd be cool if they did like a special edition system or controllers. I mean, I think they'll definitely do controllers. And from what I've been seeing, they've been doing some Zelda Lego sets. So they'll probably do some more Lego sets,
Now, do you
which is
think
kind
they
of
will actually
interesting.
bring back all the original soundtracks and try to package that, or you think that'll just be some freebie for, uh, was it the Nintendo Plus members? I know I forgot
Uh,
what they call it, but it's like basically it's like
they'll put that
PlayStation
on the
Plus, Nintendo
app,
Plus.
the like Nintendo Music app thing
Yeah.
that they have for the phone.
So, do you think this will actually make people pick up a system based off of your knowledge of gaming, you working in a gaming store, you managing a gaming store, being a tech wizard? What do you think this is gonna do to push people over the edge when it comes out to basically say, "I will finally pull the trigger and get a Switch 2?"
Oh, definitely. Because I've heard many people even before Nintendo announced this. If I talk about Zelda people, they always talk about um Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. And usually Ocarina of Time is people's favorite Zelda.
Yeah, because there's no timer
And
on it. You can just sit and enjoy the background and enjoy the music and even
yeah,
just play your little, I forgot what it's even called. What's that little instrument called? It's a
the
real instrument
Ocarina.
too. Yeah, it's an ocarina, and it's funny. Will in the comments has says, Switch 2 can barely handle a PS3 game."
No, shut up, Will.
I think Will's just trying to give you the business. LL Smooth said, "Ayo." Shout out to the PlayStation 8 Dead guys for coming in here and supporting uh, Tech Wizard Chris. So that's awesome and amazing. Now, let me start by saying this is the part of the show. This is the easiest part of the show, and I haven't did this in a while, but it's been requested via email numerous times when people email us at hunterhouston13 at yahoo.com. And I do look through the emails. Sometimes I just don't pay attention. I don't care. But I actually did look at this one because it was from a good friend, Obi-Wan Kenobi's nightstick. He's been with the show since day one. So shout out to Obi-Wan Kenobi's nightstick for being a part of the show for a very long time. And he wanted me to bring back a segment of the show I didn't do for a very long time, which is how dare you? And the "How Dare You" segment, for people who don't know, is basically a ranting segment where you basically it's like, "How dare you take away something?" or "I dare you do this to me." Now, Chris, if you would like, sir, you can go first, or I can go first. And it's just a small little segment, and you can take however much time you want, and it's just your time to rant or to gripe about whatever you like.
I'll let you go first.
Okay. Well,
We'll think for a
my
second.
"How dare you" goes out to the jerkasses in all of the gaming industries, from Sony to Xbox to Nintendo and everybody in between for taking away E3. You didn't just take away beautiful booth babes. You didn't just take away people getting to play demos, but you took away an experience that drove people to gaming. You took away experience of people getting together and commuting, and then seeing these things that you never got to see again, and everybody coming together as a community. And it meant so much to so many different people. Again, it wasn't just that you had the beautiful booth babes, which I can't keep talking about. You had demos that you may never got to play again, or a tech demo that was totally different from the actual game that came out. And then you had people that actually had to go up there, give a presentation, and if they screwed up, it could have basically killed the whole game. Now you just have these pre-prepared statements and show a trailer. You have some fuggo basically telling you about some games that probably never played a game before in their fucking life and telling you like, oh, this is like, you don't know shit about games. You don't play games, you fucking clowns. And to me, my how dare you goes out to every one of those jackasses who refused to bring back E3, and it's something that brought the community of whatever whatever your flag was, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, whatever, PC, in between. It brought everybody together. So my how dare you goes out to them. Screw you.
So I think my how dare you, it would have to be, and it'd be a bit controversial. Microsoft doing Xbox Game Pass. I feel like Xbox Game Pass has killed Xbox as a whole.
Oh,
Like no one wants to buy Xbox games anymore. If they're not on game, they just play what's on Game Pass. And if it's not on Game Pass and they're an Xbox gamer, they just don't play it.
now, I
And
think what this is that you have basically pampered people too much. You made it affordable at first, which was like what, like $9.99 a month. It was affordable. Then you raised it to about around I think $14.99, so 15, and then you kept raising it, and then people said,
oh,
"Dude, I can't afford this shit." It's just like anything where it's like, do I eat or do I pay for Xbox Gamer Pass?
yeah, now you can't even afford it. Like
You can't even afford it anymore. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you took away. It's like do you? You're old enough to remember. I hope you are. I know you're a young man, but I'm old enough to remember where you couldn't talk. You had to text because talking actually cost a lot of money. This is back when cell phones originally
oh
came
yeah.
out, and so texting became popular because texting was free. So then, basically, it's like when they finally said, "Oh, you can talk for free," nobody wanted to talk anymore, and this is how you got so many car wrecks and people breaking because people are looking down at their phone to see what some jackass texted them. Hey, what are you doing? I'm fucking driving, you fucking retard. That's what I'm doing. But yet I have to text it to you. I can't say it to you because I was trained for about 3 or 4 years only to
That
text because it
that
was
costs
free.
money.
Yeah, and it didn't cost any money. And so now people text because they don't realize they've been pre-trained and the bad habit is carried on. Rather than saying the same thing with Snapchat. It's like, oh, I'm sending a Snapchat because it's secretly. Well, thing is, even if you send it, you still got to text it sometimes. It's not like, you're Snapchatting a video most of the time. So all these little things, you have to constantly look over at your phone. Whereas if I'm talking to you, it's like, hello? Yes, I have my headset on. I am talking to you like a human being. The funniest thing is, are you familiar with the Big Show from wrestling?
I'm not too familiar with wrestling.
Okay.
I'm
Well, he
sorry.
was a wrestler. He's from South Carolina. He's like 7 foot tall or whatever. So he calls up Stone Cold Steve Austin, but he FaceTimes him. And it's like, dudes don't FaceTime dudes. Call me back regular. So he calls him on the phone. Hey, what's going on? And I thought to myself, that was the coolest thing ever. Because again, dudes don't FaceTime other dudes. You call him or you text him. I had a dude who basically did FaceTime me, but he didn't, show me on video, do a video or anything, just talking because I think he didn't have my number and he just had that and that was fine. But again, it's the whole thing of we've been so programmed to text, and that's how so many accidents have happened because basically, again, talking costs money. Now they want you to talk so they can record you so they can blackmail you.
Yeah,
Now,
Xbox has basically like programmed
yeah.
program people to just pay for the subscription, and then now the subscription's not making them any money. So, and no one's buying the games because they're paying for the subscription. So it's a whole cluster. But
Now, what do you think of the month of September? Because I had a whole show about it, and basically they did move some of the games out of September to the first week in October. What do you think about that?
oh, everyone's scared of GTA 6, like all the developers.
Now, I would
They,
honestly tell you, I think it's better not to be scared of GTA 6, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I'm going to tell you why is because there's so many people, and I mean this in complete honesty. There are so many people who have um basically said because they waited for over 14 years that they're basically made to say screw it all together and not even of course you can say this and then change your mind, but my thing is that they're saying, well, they're not going to get it day one, or they're just going to basically give it a bad review just because. I mean, do you think that will actually hurt, or you think that will actually help?
it's hard to say. I know a lot of people are upset that it's not launching on PC day one.
Now, do you think, and I'm going to bring this up here on the screen here for you real quick. Let's see here. I got to go back to it. I got to go back up here. Sorry, I'm kind of slow sometimes. Forgive me. All right.
No, you're good.
So, do you think that Wolverine is going to be the best-selling game in September? Because it's basically like the one of the first ones that comes out. Whereas you're going to have Dune basically on the 25th. You're going to have in between there Rayman, and then let's see here. You're going to have was it Ace Combat and Onimushu, the new Onimushu game coming out. So, which do you think is really going to basically make an overall impact?
Definitely Wolverine because it's like you said, it's one of the first ones that's coming out, and a lot of people are excited about it. It's first party Sony, you know.
Now, do you think with the name recognition of Ace Combat, do you think Ace Combat is actually going to do more money this year, or basically waiting till February of next year? Or basically they're just trying to make their physical quota, and then also if they can't make Black Friday, they'll at least make it after Christmas and possibly make some money that way.
That's hard to say, as there hasn't been a new Ace Combat game in a while.
Now, I'm saying that it'll make its money back. And the same thing with Onimushu. They're both one's a Capcom game and one's a Namco Bandai game, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. I believe they will make their money back in spades because the Japanese always support their own. They never do not support their own people. Like what is it when Dragon Quest comes out there? It's almost like a holiday where they basically shut down certain things. So it's like Dragon Quest is coming out. Everybody, will shut things down, or at least they used to. So to me, I think that Capcom can take the blow. Namco could take the blow where they're not going to do as much in America, but they will, rake up like gangbusters over in Japan just because that's their own people, and they never don't take the opportunity to support their own people or support their own art. And of course, the average, American or even European will also, those are like only Missy's not a niche game. That's a game for everybody. And there's a lot of again, there's a lot of assassinations in this one this time around. There's a lot of you can sneak up on people, so that does make it good. But with Ace Combat is a very much so a niche game where only a certain amount of individuals will like it. Now I will get it, but I won't get it day one. That's one of those games where it's like, okay, it's 19.99 or it's 26 70 26.99 or something like that. I will buy it then.
yeah, that's the same for me. Like, I won't pick it up right away, but I'll probably buy it later on. But you do have a good point with the market overseas in Japan. Like, they'll probably buy the hell out of it.
Well, they're always very smart about what they do. They never don't miss the opportunity to basically do their job and do their job well. They always
Yeah,
bring everything they need to bring to the table. And that's the one thing you can say about them versus anybody else is they never miss the opportunity to do what's right by their gamers. I mean, they will always take care of their own because they're smart people. They're not like
yeah,
a bunch of clowns.
support their companies.
Yeah, they support their company. They'll support those who support their company. Now, I want to show you something, and this is my wish list game. It does not come out till next year, but I want to see what do you think about this wish list game of mine? Because it's on my state of play for the longest time, and I can't wait to see it. And that is Tomb Raider Atlantis.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
this to me is my it game. It is my everything game. Just for the fact is, this is one of the very first games that I actually owned for the PlayStation One when it originally came out. That and Battle Arena Toshinden, and I beat the hell out of this game numerous times. And then I played the remake for PlayStation Two. Then I played the remake again, and then there was another remake, and then of course this final remake where it has like all three together where you can, save, rewind time or whatever. But I cannot wait for this bad boy. To me, it's doing everything that you want from the previous Tomb Raider games that were released in the mid 2000s, or basically what 2012 up until what 2018.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Like I don't know about buy it day one or not because I still haven't played the other two. I haven't played Tomb Raider. What were
Which
the
Tomb
two
Raider
on
have you not played?
PS4? I played the Tomb Raider 2013, but I didn't play the ones after that.
Oh, dude,
The
you missed out, man.
Shadow,
The one in Russia is very good, which is Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then there's
right?
the other one which is set in South America, which is like in Peru and other places. That one's
Yeah,
also
the
good. Now
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
the puzzles were a little bit more difficult for that one. So if you want like the old school puzzles, that one had a harder puzzles. I'm trying to find it on my list here because I got all of them. I I may not own that one physically, so I'll have to hunt that one down. I was looking at that the other day. I'll have to get that from your store. But yeah, man, I am so much in love with this game. I can't wait for this game to come back. And shout out to Fumitsubu 3323. It's like I'm just here to see my boy from Next Level Games and Repairs. He came in here to give you some love and say hello to his boy. So what's up, man?
Hey, Andy.
He's like, hey, there we go. But anyway, what was the game that most likely you find yourself getting day one from the Sony State of Play? Is there any one particular game that stood out above all other games that says, "Hey, I need to get this game day one"? It's not one of these ones I'm just gonna like, oh, I'm gonna wait and not get it. Which one of these games that's gonna be day one you have to get? Now, for me, of course, I said Dune because I'm a huge Dune fan, and of course they finally fixed the single player. They didn't have a single player. All they had was multiplayer. And now that they have the single player, I've watched some of the single player from the PC. That to me was going to be my it game.
I'd probably say Dune as well, just because I really wanted to get it on PC and I never picked it up on Steam. The system requirements were pretty high on it, so
Yes.
I was waiting for it to come to console. So it's finally coming to PlayStation.
And now no, I will get Rayman Legends rebooted just because that was an awesome game.
Oh
If
yeah,
you
it's
love
Rayman.
anything, dude, that's an awesome game. And thing is like it you may not know older music because again you're a young guy, but they have certain stages. There are musical stages, and it's basically parody music of like "Eye of the Tiger," some of these other older songs, Black Betty, all these, just some of these older songs that I grew up with. I actually know these songs because I'm old and I love rock and roll. Because how can you not? Unless you're just
Oh,
like like the wrong kind of gay. So always love rock and roll. But no, I would say my it game would be that. And then for the Nintendo Direct, what was the game that said obviously Zelda for me, but I'm assuming it's Zelda for you as well, or you just
Yes,
like no, it's
Zelda.
Star Fox, or it's what is it, the one with the families in it. I can't think of the name of it right now.
I've not been this excited about a game in a while until when they tease that Zelda game, I'm ready to see more. Like this remake, I think it's gonna be on the level of Final Fantasy VII remake.
Will said,
Like,
"You're getting Rayman because you like children's games." I do like children's game. You're correct because they're just fun and it's easy. Has a palate cleanser when you're going and changing up games or switching over from a different game. So you're probably right, Will. From Will Ain't Dead Games, or from Will Ain't Dead in Twitterland or Twix, of course, aka PlayStation Ain't Dead. But no, I really think that the difference is, and this is the honest truth, is that people don't understand that you sometimes just need something to kind of just to move stuff over. And I think with Zelda coming back, and it's not just member berries, it's what it means to just anybody who's ever played that game and you just wanted to have that experience one more time, but in a new world. And they're going to change some things here and there and make it more streamlined. But I think they will take some elements from Breath of the Wild and put it into that game. It's not going to be a shot for shot remake like Metal Gear Snake Eater for the PS5. It's going to be, hey, we're taking stuff from Breath of the Wild, we're putting it in this game, and you're going to like it.
yeah, I'm hoping the experience is gonna be like I said, Final Fantasy VII remake. I played the original Final Fantasy VII on PS1. It was like mind blowing the first
How
time I
many
popped that in my PS5.
how many amiibos do you think they're going to make for that game? They're probably going to make at least 10 amiibos for it and charge $24.99. They'll have a young Link, teenage Link, and then adult Link. And then like
They will
what
probably milk the hell out of the
yeah,
amiibos,
they'll
but
they'll milk the hell out of the amiibos for that game. Now, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to get out of here. Is there anybody you'd like to give any shout outs to? Oh, and please let people know about your store and let them know the great and wonderful work you do as the tech wizard you are.
oh, my store is Next Level Games and Repairs. I'm in Shelby, North Carolina, at 234 South Lafayette Street. Buy, sell, trade, video games, consoles, do a little bit of toys, and then we do repairs on controllers and consoles. Everything from PS5 all the way back to Atari.
The original Atari 2600?
Yeah, I worked on one about 6 months ago, 8 months ago.
That
A
is, whoa, that's
2600.
out there, dude. You worked on an Atari 2600. That's crazy. I wish I would have known you back when I was a kid. I had a Atari, I think it's 7200 or something other, and my uncle took the cartridge because see, I was playing Pac-Man and he wanted to play Yar's Revenge, and he totally screwed up. Yes, they do fix HDMI ports. Um, that's probably his number one thing
Oh
that he
yeah,
does deal with. Yeah,
lots of HDMI
tons of
ports.
PS5
We got a whole
HDMI
jar
of
of
just nothing
ports
but
on the counter.
HDMI repairs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can also follow him on Facebook. We do have his link in the bottom of the show, in his linked area, and you can ask him questions there. You can send him messages to the store. Also, find out about the pricing. Pricing is obviously changes based on shipping, based on where you're based out of. So just remember, it's like everything's not all the same across the board. It depends upon shipping and what's going on. Because hey, you got to make a little something, something too. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, actually, before I do that, what music would you recommend to anybody?
Ooh, electronic. That's mostly what I listen to.
Okay, he listens to electronic music. Ladies and gentlemen, I would recommend Pantera. I would recommend Prodigy. If he talked about electronics, I'm talking about techno. I'd recommend Prodigy, the best of Prodigy. but I also recommend some Pantera, good old fashioned Pantera, a little bit of Dimebag Daryl. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, aliens, whatever you identify in this wonderful, beautiful world, thank you again, Chris, for coming on. And please, everyone, have a safe and wonderful night. Peace.